Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my law firm assists veterinarians with employment contract and independent contractor agreement issues. Today I'm going to talk about license defense insurance for veterinarians. So, if you are a vet, the vast majority of veterinarians utilize the AVMA as their insurance provider through the PLIT, which is the Professional Liability Insurance Trust. And so if you are utilizing the AVMA PLIT, they offer an add-on to your insurance policy which covers licensing board defense. I think it's very reasonable. It's like, I don't know, like $50 a year or something that you can add on to it. It would be ridiculous not to add it on there. And so if you did have a board complaint, so this is not something, unfortunately, that, well, it is very common. As you know, my firm represents, people before the veterinary board. Unfortunately, at least this is my opinion, obviously losing a pet is very emotional for many people. They're looking for somebody to blame, and then blaming the vet for their dog dying is not uncommon. And so they'll file a complaint with the board, and then the board has to investigate, and the vet has to defend themselves. And so if you do have an insurance policy that contains licensing board defense, the insurance company is going to provide you with an attorney. They'll also have some kind of cap on how much that attorney can spend on the case. And then you'll be covered and not have to pay for your own attorney. So let's kind of talk about costs associated with that and kind of how it works. So let's just say you have the AVMA coverage. You've chosen to utilize the board defense as well. You'll get a board, say you get a notification from the board in the mail. You would then contact the insurance company that provides your insurance, let them know you've had a complaint. They will then find an attorney in your area or state. I find that most anyone who has the AVMA insurance, most of the insurance companies utilize one person in the state, unless it's like an enormous state. There'll be more than that. And then almost all of the board complaints go through that one attorney. And so that attorney would be assigned to your case, and then your policy may have some kind of initial fee that you'll have to pay, or some kind of like a deductible, and then anything after, you pay the initial amount, then anything after that is covered, or maybe completely covered. It just kind of depends upon what you decide to use and what the specific policy states. And so ultimately you won't have to worry about the cost for the board defense. Now, how much does it normally cost? Well, it depends, I guess, the way that the firm or attorney charges people. So in some board cases, they'll charge a flat fee. Usually somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000 might be a normal amount, or they'll charge an hourly rate. Now that will be dependent upon how much experience the person has, but for the most part, probably around $300 to $350 for a seasoned attorney who handles board stuff would be a normal amount. So if you didn't have the insurance, board defense coverage, and you had to pay out of pocket, then you can, as a good estimate, would be around $300 to $350 an hour. How many hours it takes will be completely dependent upon your case. If it's a simple, someone's mad about their pet dying, you didn't do anything wrong, it could be, pretty quick, less than 10 hours. If it's a very complicated case, maybe a scope of practice case, or whether you deviated from the standard of care, or you decide to go to hearing after the board decides to potentially discipline you, it could be much, much more than that. So it's something to take into account. It's a no-brainer if you are a vet in any of the subspecialties or just doing general veterinary care, that if you use AVMA coverage, that you would throw on that board defense rider. And I'm not like shilling for them. I'm just saying economically, it's a no-brainer that you would do that. So that's kind of licensing board defense insurance for veterinarians. If you have any questions, I mean, we handle both employment contracts and board defense, so we know a little bit about how this works. And so if you have any questions, feel free to contact my law firm at the phone number listed below in the description, or you can reach us through our website listed below as well. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful, and appreciate you watching the video. Thanks. Bye.